Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. And let's take a look at the first one here. Okay, so it says find the sum of the two polynomial expressions and write in standard form. So this is considered to be a polynomial expression, and so is this one. You're probably like, well, that's just a number, but technically these are. And these are also just considered to be monomials. But let's just do what it says up here, alright? So 2x and 22. The sum of them. So the sum means we take their sum. 2x plus 22. Wow, that's it. That's all there is. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what a polynomial is, a polynomial is made up of monomials. And so, for instance, a coefficient could be a or a constant could be a monomial. Let's see, let's do 2x is a monomial. 15x squared is, okay. But these are all polynomials. Now, poly means Polly. Do you know Polly? She wants a cracker. Nomials. Polynomials are made up of monomials. Mono meaning one, right? And poly meaning many. And so, what are polynomials? What do they look like? And then we can write them in standard form. Like, for example, standard form is when we have, okay, here, I'll just write one out. So these are all monomials, and okay, that make up this polynomial. Now, this guy right up here, okay, this is what's important here, that this power, or the exponent, must be an integer. Okay, remember what, I shouldn't say must be an integer, must be a whole number. Do you remember what whole numbers are? Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, alright, so the exponent must be a whole number. Alright, and then the coefficient out here can actually be any real number. Okay, can be any real number. Like, for example, you could have the square root of 3 times x to the raised to the 4th power plus 3. Okay, that's a polynomial. Alright, but what's important here is that this power up here must be a whole number. Must be a whole number. Okay, now, well, let's not erase anything. I'll just write over here. So when I say in standard form, which you'll see here in just a minute, when we say in standard form, we want to start with the highest power first. Okay, the highest power. So let me just write some monomials here. And let's say x squared. Okay. And we're going to take their sum. We're going to sum all these guys up. But we want to write this in standard form. And that means we're going to write the one with the largest exponent first. And then the next one, which would be that one here, right? So we have x cubed plus, and then we have x squared, and then plus x. So there's a polynomial expression right there. Okay, so nothing difficult about it. All right, and and remember their coefficients. That's the number out in front of x here, as long as it's a real number. Okay, any real number. Okay, I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, for this particular problem. Okay, polynomials, that's what we're going to be working on in this section. Alright, okay. I guess we go back to the main page. So here, this is an example of how it should be typed in, right? So here's one in standard form. So let's go ahead and just do that. So we got 2x, whoa, not a big x, little x, 2x plus 22. 2x plus 22, correct. Let's click the answer there, make sure that's good too. Alright, so you come on by and practice makes perfect. We got lots of problems in this section on that. Alright, and I'll see you over here at gotomath.com. Bye. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra and let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. We'll click right there. Okay, so we want to sum these guys up, these polynomial expressions. And I'm going to write this down. So when we go over to the whiteboard, I'll have that. Don't forget it. Alright, sum them up. We got 3 of them there. So let's do that. So you need to watch 1.1. It's pretty important. So we have 6, actually I'm going to write it in the order in which it was given, and that would be 20, that's a polynomial. It's considered also to be a mono being one term, a monomial. A polynomial is made up of monomials, and that's the reason it's called poly, meaning many. So let's write this in standard form, and here's the deal. The deal is we're just going to go ahead and write 4x plus 16x and then plus 20. Well, remember, standard form is you put the highest exponent first. Okay, the term that has the highest exponent, put it first, but we've got like terms here, and that is we've got 2 terms that have an exponent of 1. And so these are like terms, and that means that we can add these together. And so if I have 4x's and 16x's, how many x's total do I have? I have 20 x's, right? And then look here, that's a coincidence, plus 20. Okay, call that a coincidence. Alright, so there it is. 20x plus 20 written in standard form. Remember, standard form is you put the first one here has the highest exponent, and then they go in descending order, right? The terms with the exponents are in descending order, all right, from left to right. Okay, enough said about all that. Let's go over to the page and let's see what we got going on here. Looks like everything's good. 20x. Let's type it in. 20x plus 20. Make sure that's all good. Correct. All right. Okay. So there it is. You come on by. Practice makes perfect. Right? And I'll see you later. Okay, so we're over here at gotomath.com looking at some algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials, and let's take a look at 2.1. 2.1, right. It says find f plus g and write in standard form. Well, they give us f, and they give us g, and we want to write those in standard form. So let's go ahead and write this down first off. Okay. Move over to the whiteboard. So we have f is equal to 6x minus 71, and g is equal to 3x. Alright, and we want to find f plus g. Find f plus g, and so that means we're going to add both these together. So we have 6x minus 71 plus 3x. Now let's collect up our like terms. We have 6x and 3x, and so that's going to be 9x. Okay, and then minus 71. So remember, this is written in standard order, and that is you take the term that has the largest exponent, And obviously that'd be that one, because technically this is x to the 0 right here. But we don't write x to the 0. Okay, x to the 0 is 1, so anyway. Okay, so there we go. And we don't write that either. We just say 9x minus 71. All right. So let's move over 9x minus 71. And let's check that out in here. Make sure that works. Correct. Okay. Alright, so we're over here at gotomath.com practicing our algebra. And come on by and maybe you'll see me there. Bye. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Go up, click algebra. And let's go down to adding and subtracting. And what are we doing here? 2.2, I believe. 2.2. Alright, so let's write this one down. F is equal to 10x plus 3. G is equal to 18. And H is equal to 16x minus 48. Alright. Spend 30 seconds doing that. Okay, so we'll have to rewrite that. F is equal to 10x plus 3. G is equal to 18. And H is equal to 16x minus 48. And you know what I didn't write down? Okay, find F plus G plus H. So we want to find F plus G plus H. Okay, so here's F. 10x plus, we're just going to write it in this order right here. Plus G and plus H. 16x minus 48. Now let's collect up our like terms. So we have 10x and 16x, so that's going to be, what is that, 26x? And then we have 3 and 18, that's 21. And then 21 minus 48. What is that? Negative 27. Negative 27. Okay. Pretty simple. Got that? 26x minus 27. 26x minus 27. And let's go in here and make sure this is all good. That's programmed correctly. Correct. Alright. Okay, so we're over here at gotomath.com practicing our algebra. Come on by. See you later. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. And what are we doing? 3.1? Looks like it. Looks like that's what we're doing. So we want to find F plus G plus H. I guess a lot like we did in the last one. Except these monomials, there's one with an exponent of 2. H is equal to 14x squared. Okay, got that. Wow, that's 46 seconds. So we want to find F plus G plus H, and we're given F as to be 16x squared. Okay, and then G is negative 5, and H is 14x squared. Okay, so we got to sum these guys up. Alright, so we got 16x squared and 14x squared. Well, let's go ahead and write it again. 16x squared plus 14x squared, and then minus 5. Right, and so we want to go ahead and put our like terms together. And so 16 plus 14 is 30. Is that right? And then minus 5. And there you go. That's it. So let's see what happens here. 30x squared minus 5. And let's go ahead and type that in. 30x squared minus 5. Make sure this is all good, correct. Okay. Alright. So we are over here at gotomath.com. Come on by, practice. See you later. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting. And what are we doing? 3.2, I believe. Yeah, looks like that's it. Okay, so we've got, we're wanting to find, let's see, it says find f plus g. That's what it says. And we got f is equal to 2x squared minus 38, and then g is equal to negative 38 x squared plus 15. Okay. Everybody got that? So we want to find f plus g. F. We're going to spread this out a little bit. And so f is 2x squared minus 38. So that's going to be your f, and then we're going to add your g over here, and that's going to be negative 38x squared plus 15. And you're probably like going, hey, what's going on here? Well, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay? It's alright. Let's collect up our like terms. We have 2x squared minus 38x squared. And just subtract 2 off from that, so we end up with a negative 36x squared. Now we have a negative 38 and a positive 15. Negative 38 and a positive 15. And negative 23. I'm getting on that. Okay. So there you go. What's going on there? Negative 36x squared minus 23. Negative 36x squared minus 23. Let's go ahead and try typing that in right here. Alright, make sure that's all good. Correct. Okay. Right, so we're over here at gotomath.com, practicing our algebra. Come on by, see you later. Okay, so we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra up there. I know you can't see that button, adding and subtracting. And let's go down to 4.1. Click on that. Of course, remember you can always click on the button there. It says find f plus g, write in standard form. Write in standard form. And so we have f is equal to 14x squared plus 19x plus 7, and g is equal to 11x squared plus 6x plus 12. So these things are getting a little bit more complicated, aren't they? As usual. Okay, so we want to find f plus g, so I'm just going to write it out nice and big here. F plus g, that's what we want to find. And so remember, f was 14x squared plus 19x, and then plus 7. So this was our f, right? And then our g, so we're going to go plus. Oh, man, I just had a bad stomach pain. 11. Oh my gosh, 11x squared plus. So, man, plus 6x plus 12. I should have probably paused the video. Oh man, hope that didn't come back. Okay, and so this is our G here. Our G. Alright, so we want to collect up our like terms. Right, collect up our like terms. 14x squared and 11x squared. And that's going to be 25x squared. Right? Yeah. 10, 25. 25x squared. Now we have 19x and 6x. That's going to be 25x. And then we have 7 and 12. And that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 19. 19. So there you go. So take the sum of two polynomials and you get a polynomial back. That's a particular rule in algebra. We won't talk about that. The sum of two polynomials and you get a polynomial back. Yeah. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, back over to the web page. That'd be a good start, I guess, or a good finish. 25x squared plus 25x plus 19, and I don't remember. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and type that in right here. Make sure this is good. So this is basically an opportunity for me to go through and make sure that everything is correct before I release it out into the wild, wild west. You know what I mean? And every great once in a while, I'll find a coding error somewhere. Okay, so we're over here at gotomath.com. Come on by, practice. See you later. Alright, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on Algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. 4.2. Yeah, that should be right. Okay. Just making sure. So let's scribble this stuff down here. F is equal to 24x squared minus 13x plus 13. And then we got G is equal to negative 10x squared. 10x squared plus 22x plus 15. Okay. And let's move over to the magic whiteboard. So we're going to write this real big. F plus G. That's what we're asking to find. F plus G. So let's go ahead and write F down over here. And that was going to be 24x squared minus 13x plus 13. And then plus, that's where this plus is coming from, G. And G is negative 10x squared plus 22x plus 15. And so we can write this, we consider this to be a negative sign out here in front of the 10x squared, okay? It's okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and collect up our like terms and write this thing in standard form. That means descending order. That's the highest power first of the exponent here, and run it down in descending order. So we've got 24x squared minus 10x squared, so that's going to be, what is that going to be, 14x squared, right? And then we've got 13x, 22x, so 22 minus 13 is going to be 9. It's going to be 9, I guess. 9x. No, we're not guessing. And then we got 13, and 15 is 28 plus 28. Okay. So there you go. 14x squared plus 9x plus 28. Can we remember that? 14x squared plus 9x plus 28. And of course we can type that in, make sure this works. 28. Correct. Okay. So it all looks good. Alright, so what are we doing? We're over here at gotomath.com working some algebra. That's what we're doing. Of course, if you get bored working algebra at some point in time, when I get done with algebra, you can then work trigonometry and then calculus, and hopefully I'll have Cal 2 and 3 done by the end of the summer this year. And man, you just be on your way to becoming a math magician, or at least an engineer or something. Alright? Okay, what are we doing? We need to log out. Alright, well, I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. And we are doing 5.1, I believe, that one there. Find f plus g, write in standard form. So it looks like it's the same old song and dance. So at this point in the game, you should have gotten this stuff down, I hope. Plus 25x plus 10, and g is equal to 8x squared plus 19. I had to figure out how to do a little screen capture right here. Whoa. And then have that image automatically post to the whiteboard. Wonder if I can write some Python script to do that. Okay. I had made a marker board, and actually on that page, that's supposed to be a G. And, everything was turning out great, but I don't know. I just kind of like Windows Journal has a built-in marker. Let's see. And my handwriting doesn't look as bad. What are we doing? 4x to the 6th plus 25. There are some apps out there, some software you can download, but I try to reduce the amount of things that I download off the internet onto my computer that I just don't know who they are, I mean, if I'm a programmer that can write complicated software, I can also put all kinds of stuff in there that, well, you may not be aware of. And I have run across that issue before. So, there you go. Okay, so we're going to collect up some like terms, and those are definitely not like terms, even though I underlined them. And the reason because is that's a 6 and that's a 2, so forget it. Right? But this looks like the one with the largest exponent, so we're going to write that one first. And we don't have an x squared other than this one here. That would be the next term in our sequence. What's next? Well, it looks like 25x. And here's some like terms right here, 10 and 19. And that's going to be plus, what is that going to be? Plus 29. Okay, so we got 4x to the 6th plus 8x squared plus 25x plus 29. So let's go over 4x to the 6th plus 8x squared. Yeah. 25x plus 29. Okay, looks good. And we need to go ahead and do this. So this is one of the easier sections, obviously, even though they hadn't really been too bad up to this point. I don't think, anyway. Should be getting the hang of this stuff by now. Okay, correct. We are over here at GoToMath, having a great time. Come on by. See you later. Tell your friends. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you to subscribe like everybody else in the universe does. Forget it. I mean, you're either going to do it or not. Right? Okay, bye. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. And what are we doing? 5.2. I believe that's what we're doing. Okay. So it's asking us to find f plus g. And we got f is equal to 13x to the fifth. And g, it's like, gee, what's going on? Minus 9. Gee, what's going on? Is G a word? G-E-E? I don't know. Forget it. F plus G. How's that? We're going to stretch that out. So F is going to be 13x to the fifth plus 7x to the fifth minus 9. Okay, so we have two that are raised x to the fifth here, two terms. So these are like terms, and we can go ahead and add their coefficients. And what's that going to give us? 20. X to the fifth, and then, of course, minus 9. 20x to the fifth minus 9. You know, I should have done some minus in here. I don't know. I did add all the time. What I was thinking. Okay, so let's just go ahead and type this in up here. 20x to the fifth minus 9. What do we got going on? Correct. You are correct. All right. So we're over here at GoToMath.com. Practicing our algebra. Come on by. See you later. We're over here at GoToMath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting. And what are we doing? We are doing 6.1. Woo! What do we got going on there? Oh my god, my computer's about to die. I just noticed that. Hope I get this problem off. F is equal to 4/9 x squared plus 11x minus 9. And G is equal to 3/5 x squared minus 10x plus 17. Oh man, I hope I'm going to end up getting a... you got 3% of your battery life left. Guarantee that's what's coming here in a second. I can't have my computer plugged in the same time I'm doing these videos, and what happens is I get this really humming background noise. So if you're an electrical engineer, you probably know what that's all about. I don't have a clue. I just know how to do math. Alright, plus, so that's our F right here, and then our G is 3/5 x squared minus 10x plus 17. You probably don't even have to be an electrical engineer. I don't know. All I know is that there was a lot of people having this issue. I'm using Microsoft Expression, which is a video capture software. Now let's collect up these like terms right here. And it's free, and it's really nice, man. I mean, I really like it. Let's do this. We got 4/9 plus 3/5. And but that's the only drawback. And I haven't figured out how to fix that. Okay, our other like term is 11x minus 10x. So that's just going to be an x, isn't it? Right? Am I crazy on that or what? 11x minus, if I forgot how to add 11 minus 10, I think I might have. Can't think, yeah, x. Something was fishy about that. And then we got 17 minus 9. There was something weird about that. And I knew that was going to happen. Yep, I knew that was going to happen, so we got to hurry now. What are we doing here? Plus 8. Now, we need to go ahead and figure out what this fraction is right here. Now there is a section on fractions, okay, that you might want to go over if you have forgotten how to do your fractions. And I'm getting 47 over 45. 47 over 45 x squared plus x plus 8. Okay. So you really need to kind of get this stuff down, because in the rest of the college algebra, or algebra I should say, we work a lot with polynomials. Alright, let's better hurry. Move over 47 over 45x squared plus 4x plus 8. What? That's what I'm talking about. What the heck? That's a 14. Whoa. Okay, so we're going to make some adjustments here. Sorry about that. And 4x plus 8, yeah, 14. Anyway, for some reason, subliminally, something told me there was something fishy with this problem, and it was coming from there. That's really weird. But anyway, so we got it figured out, straightened out, and all that. All right, now you notice up here that you need to put this in parentheses, and I guess we better try this out. So we got 47 over 45 in parentheses x with a caret squared. You got to watch out, it's almost springtime, and you know what, carrots are in high demand when it comes to those little white things that jump around. Correct. All right. So we're over here at gotomath.com, fixing to plug in, get recharged, come back, see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com, click on the algebra. Let's go down to, what are we doing? Adding and subtracting? I guess that's what we're doing. Okay. And 6.2. I had to take a break today. Computer ran out of juice. Plugged it in. Went and studied some Python. Took a nap. Worked in the garden. Now I'm back. Okay. Okay, I gotta make sure. This looks a lot like the last problem I just did. Okay. Alright, let's let me look at 6.1 here real quick. Oh, I see the difference. Sorry about that. We've got an additional one there. Okay. Alright, so let's write this down. Or I'll write it down. Somebody write it down. So they're asking us to find f plus g plus h. And who's they? Anyway, we got 7 over 17, so we're having to deal with fractions here. Plus 18x minus 2, and then g. My microphone straightened out. G is equal to 5 over 14 x squared minus 6x plus 12, and then it looks like h is equal to 13. Alright. Okay, we got all that. I'm going back and checking, making sure I wrote it all down right. 6x, 12, alright. Because there's one thing I do not like, and that is not writing something down correctly, and then guess what? Okay, so we want to find f plus g plus h. We're going to kind of spread it out up here. And, okay, so we got to f, and we said f was 7 something over 17, right? X squared plus 18x minus 2. And then we have plus, so this is our plus sign here, and g, which is 5 over 14. So at this point in your algebra career, if you've been following me, working through these sections, or especially this one, you should pretty much have this figured out. And then plus, and then h we said was just 13. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is collect up some like terms, and that's going to be the 7 over 17 and the 5 over 14. We're going to add both those together because we have an x here with an exponent of 2 and exponent of 2. Right. So let's go ahead and just write it like this: 7 over 17 plus 5 over 14, and I'll let you figure out what that is. Right, we've got a section on fractions. This is not supposed to be over fractions. We have 18x minus 6x, and that looks like that's the only terms in here that are like. And so we got, what is that going to be? 12, 6, 7, 8, 12x. Alright, and then we got the negative 2 plus 12 is 10, and then plus 13 is going to be 23. Plus 23. Right? Okay, so at this point, maybe you've already gotten what 7 over 17 plus 5 over 14 is actually going to turn out to be, once we collect it all up. And whoa, what is that? So we get this nice lovely thing, 183 over 238. Just never know what you're going to get. X squared plus 12x plus 23. Okay? Alright. What are we doing? Let's go back. Let's hit answer. Let's, what did I say? 183 over 238? I think that's what I did say. Let's go over here. Bring this back up. 183 over 238 x squared plus 12x plus 23. Gotcha. I gotta flip back and forth. Now, as you can see here, we're going to put that coefficient in parentheses. Put that in parentheses. So 183 over 238 x quantity squared plus 12x plus 23. Let's click the check. Correct. I always hold my breath. You never know what it's going to say. I mean, it's either going to say correct or not correct. Okay, so that takes care of that. Anyway, we're over here at gotomath.com practicing some polynomial operations. I guess that's what you could call that. Summing up some monomials to get a polynomial. Summing up some polynomials to get another polynomial. Anyway, so there you are. Come on by, practice. See you later. Okay, so we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. And we are doing, okay, I believe we're doing that, 7.1. Yep. Alright. So let's write this sucker down here. We've got h is equal to x plus 11. H is equal to x plus 11. F is equal to 19x to the 19th, it looks like. And G is equal to negative 5x to the 5th plus 18. And we want to find their sum. We're going to sum all those guys up. H plus F plus G. And of course it doesn't matter if it's G plus F plus H or F plus H plus G. How many possibilities do we have? Okay, well, this would be a permutation. We have 3 functions and we're going to choose 3. Never mind, we'll get to that later on in the story. That's actually the fun stuff. Learning how to count. I remember, let's see, what class was that? Abstract Algebra. And our instructor, like, we're going to learn how to count today. I was thinking, I think I know how to do that. But then it turned out I didn't. Didn't know how to count. We've got, tell you what I need to work on is my damn memory. H plus F plus G. H plus F. Yeah, you just think you know how to count. I promise. There is a lot of stuff to count out there. You got X plus 11. Plus, and then we got the F. That's not a plus. I don't know what that is. That is some crazy stuff. Let's do plus. There you go. F, and what did we say F was? 19x to the 19th. Just some random stuff. These are randomly generated numbers. And then plus, and then G was negative. Now you notice I'm writing that. Negative 5x to the 5th plus 18. I'm sure there's people out there going, you can't do a plus and then a minus. No, it's a negative. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what do we got? We got, well, here's the term that's got the largest exponent. So we want to make sure we write that first because, well, we want to put this in standard form. And then the next one is going to be this x to the 5th here, so that's going to be a minus 5x to the 5th. Oh, excuse me. And then we have, well, here's the next one because that's to the 1st power. And then, of course, we've got our constants that don't change. We got 11 plus 18, and that's going to be, what is that, 29? Plus 29. Boom! There you go. All right, and there it is, right? Okay. Let's see if I can remember at least one part of that. 19x to the 19th minus 5x to the 5th plus x plus 29, and I'm sure it probably works in there, so we'll leave it at that. 29. Okay, that was pretty easy. Well, you should be getting the hang of this stuff by now, hopefully. If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, we're here at GoToMath.com. Come on by, practice. See you later. Okay, we're over here at GoToMath.com. Dot something. And working some algebra. Of course, you can't see the button. That's what I'm clicking on up there. Well, let me tell you, we're not doing calculus. Even though this is pretty most important course you can take to really get calculus down, because we spend most of our time in calculus doing algebra. That's right. Find f plus g and write in standard form. What is all that nastiness? The nastiness. Okay, so I'm going to write this down. 3x to the 5th plus 6x to the 4th plus 2x cubed, and g is equal to 10x to the 5th plus 2x to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd power. Alright, and let's bring up the whiteboard. So we want to find something. Find f plus g. So we want to find f plus g. There you go. Alright. So f was, what was it, 3x to the 5th? 3, well, I mean, it was more than that, but that's for our starters. 3x to the 5th plus 6x to the 4th. 6x to the 4th plus 2x cubed. 2x cubed plus 10x to the fifth. Now this is our g. Plus 2x to the fourth plus 2x cubed. Also, what? Are you sure? Okay, what's the probability that these are both the same? That's your homework assignment. Okay, so we're going to collect up some like terms here. Well, let's start with x to the fifth because that tends to be the variable with the largest exponent. And we're going to add their coefficients. So that looks like that's going to be 13x to the fifth. And now we got 6x to the fourth, 2x to the fourth, so 6, 7, 8, plus 8x to the fourth. Now we have 2x cubed, and that's going to be 4x cubed. Alright? Whoa. Okay, so there it is. Let's come over and check that out. 13x to the fifth plus 8x to the fourth plus 4x cubed. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and type this one in. We're going to type it in. Do a little quality control here. 4x cubed. Whoa, what happened? 4x cubed. There you go. Alright, let's make sure. 13x to the fifth, 8x to the fourth, 4x cubed. Correct! Okay, good. Now let's just look at this here. Okay, well, you can't see it. What am I talking about? There's a time over here to the right. It says, it took us 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Well, that's because I was explaining it to you. But the target time is 45 seconds. Right, so that means that you should just be able to look at this and go, okay, 3:13, boom. Alright, okay, enough said about that. We're over here at gotomath.com, having a grand time. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com, drinking some tea. Let's go now to adding and subtracting. Kind of a sore throat the last couple days. I don't know what that's all about. Simply, man, I am simplify F and write in standard form. Simplify. There's a simply hidden in there, I guess. Alright, well, anyway, this is just something a little different. Nothing too complicated. We got F is equal to 18 minus 3x plus 8x cubed minus 5x plus 20x cubed minus 30. They want us to simplify F and write in standard form. I probably shouldn't even have that. It should just say simplify and write in standard form, but okay. And of course, this is how we're going to be writing it in there, just the expression itself. Anyway, you never know. Alright, well, let me go ahead and just write that up, just the expression. 18 minus 3x plus 8x cubed minus 5x. This is probably something maybe I should have done in the very beginning. I don't know. Okay, so let's simplify this thing down and write it in standard form. Okay, so you should be able to just zip right on through this stuff. So we have 8x cubed and 20x cubed. We're going to choose these because these are the terms with the largest exponents, as you can see. And so we end up with 28x cubed. Right? And then we look at the next one. Well, here's x to the first, x to the first. We add their coefficients, and that becomes minus 8x. All right, we'll underline that saying we've done that. And our last ones is our constants, 18 minus 30. And that's going to be 22, negative 22, negative 12. 18 minus 30. What in the heck am I thinking? I don't know. Okay, so that's it. 28x cubed minus 8x minus 12. Let's 28x cubed minus 8x minus 12. And for the giggles and the grins, we are going to type this in. Hey, that kind of rhymed. It's time for rhyming. It's that time of the year to do a rhyme. Anyway, might have to pass that part of my life by this spring. I have another website called Hunt for the Cash, where I hide treasures all over the United States and elsewhere. I think I'm going to hide one in Turkey next week. All right, that's a clue. Where are we at? Yep, I do that. It's not like I'm hiding cash. It's just, for fun. I get paid like 1 cent for every 10,000 views on YouTube, so I'm not making a whole lot of money here, folks. In fact, I'm living under the bridge this week, just to let you know. Okay, so we're over here at gotomath.com doing some algebra, and as long as everybody's having a good time, that's what counts, right? We're doing some algebra anyway. All right, come on by. See you later. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting. Well, we're adding and subtracting polynomials anyway. Simplify f and write in standard form. So whoa, what's going on here? Who knows? Let's write it down though. Let's write it down. We got 7 times 7 plus 10 to the x squared plus 2, and of course, as usual, the cursor's in the way. 10 minus 2x squared. Alright, we got that? We all got that? Okay, so we have 7 parentheses 7 plus 10x squared plus 2 times 10 minus 2x squared. Okay. I need to see something here real quick. Alright, I think it's in the next problem. Okay, so what we're going to want to do here is go ahead, distribute this 7 across, distribute the 2 across. That would be the distributive property. So 7 times 7 is 49, plus, and then 7 times 10 is 70, plus 2 times 10 is 20, and 2 times 2 is 4. So I do still know my multiplication tables. My goodness. So we got 7x squared minus 4x squared. And that's, what's that going to be? 66x squared? However, I might have forgotten how to add. That would be terrible. And then we got 49 plus 20 is 69. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, well, that's not too bad. 66x squared plus 69. Yep. Okay, 66. You know what? We're going to go ahead and just type that in up here. 66x squared. I should be checking all these, but I tend to get a little tired on that. 66x squared. Hopefully, if you see anything wrong. Whoa, not correct. That's what I'm talking about. 66x squared plus 69. Oh, crap. 66x squared plus 69. I wonder what the problem is. That is terrible. What are we doing anyway? We are doing polynomials 8-2. 8-2. Well, crud. Polynomials 8-2. That's the reason I go through and do that, you know? So, polynomials, adding, adding and subtracting 8-2. Now, that's it there. Alright, let's look, see what's going on here. I got a while statement, no. Okay, I know this is the problem itself. I know that's correct. What is that? T1 row. Yeah, that don't look anything like that. In fact, that's the previous problem. Well, let's do this. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a fraction. It's not. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, we're going to highlight this part. Copy. And we're going to write it right in here. Boop. Okay. Of course, we don't do that. We're putting a caret in there. And what the heck was that anyway? I damn erased it. Crud. Okay. Let me go back and look at this real quick. Yeah, it's squared. Okay, looks good to me. Let's save that. Save it. Go back to the website. And we're going to have to reload this. We'll have to reload this problem. That's okay. So you get to see the inner workings of what is going on here. Yes, the inner workings. Let's click Algebra. Little inside bit there for you. And we're doing 8.2. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this in our head here. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. Click Answer. Yeah, we're going to cheat. We's going to cheat. Correct. Okay, so we had a little coding error there. If you happen to see any of that while you're working any of these problems, you're just like, man, I know that's right, but tell me it's wrong and let me know so I can make a correction. I usually check this stuff before videos are made, but that's called quality control. Okay, so there it is. You know how to do this problem. This is a different problem, but anyway, you got to see the inner workings, even though I'm not explaining any of it. What's next? Oh, I'll tell you what's next. We're over here at GoToMath.com. Learning all kinds of stuff. Alright, talk to you later. Bye. Alright. We're at GoToMath.com. Come up here, click Algebra. No, you can't see that. Let's go down to adding and subtracting polynomials. And I believe we're going to be down here to 9.1. Looks like a good place. Alright, we're asked to simplify f and write in standard form. Okay, got to jot that down. Now you notice up here, of course it won't apply to this problem, but if the coefficient is a fraction, we put it in parentheses. Alright. Okay. Here we go. It's been a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe longer, since I've actually done any recordings, so I might be a little rusty. Well, anyway, we've got f is equal to 4x squared and then a parentheses 9 plus. It looks like 4x to the 4th. Alright, so let's go ahead and use the distributive property. We're going to distribute this 4x squared across each one of these terms inside. So we could say that f is equal to, so 4x squared times 9 is going to be 36 x squared plus, then we have 4 times 4, which is 16, and then we have x squared times x to the 4th power. Now there is a section on exponents, but I guess you'll get a little refresher on that. Or not a refresher, we'll jump ahead. So we add the exponent here, right? 4, 5, 6, so this becomes x to the 6. So 36x squared plus 16x to the 6th power, right? So we just add the powers. Now for this to be in standard form, whoa, look at that. We need to put the leading term is going to be the term that has the largest exponent, right? So we're going to say 16x to the 6th, and of course this would obviously be next. 36x squared. Okay. So there you go right there. 16x to the 6th plus 36x squared. Let's come up here. 16x to the 6th plus 36x squared. Of course we could try putting that in right here. 16x to the 6th plus 36x squared. Let's go ahead. Not correct. That's not good. What did I do wrong? 16x to the 6th plus 36x squared. You know what? No? Alright, well I'll just have to look at the programming. I hate having to do that. Anyway, so, well anyhow, we worked it out. There's a new one there for you. I'll have to go in there and take a look at that. What was the problem there? But, alright, so come on by GoToMath.com, and what are we doing here? Let's just click on this right here. GoToMath.com, we're working algebra, and I'll see you there. Bye. We're at GoToMath.com. Click up here on the algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting under polynomials. And we're looking at 9.2. Alright. Simplify and state the degree of the polynomial. So as you can see, it's just one number here. So in other words, this is going to be the degree of the polynomials, what we're actually looking for. Alright. Okay, so we have 3x squared, 3 plus 6x to the 5th. Okay, so let's go over to the whiteboard, write this down. So 3x squared times 3 plus 6x to the 5th. and it's asking us what is the degree of the polynomial. So what we're going to want to do here is go ahead and work this out in the standard form of a polynomial, and then we can determine its degree from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute this 3x squared across inside here. So we have 3x squared times 3 is 9x squared, plus, and then 3 times 6 is 18. And then remember, we add our exponents, so this is going to end up being 5, 6, and 7. All right. Now you notice the problem doesn't, say this. Anyway, we just left that off. It's no big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and rewrite this into standard form. So 18x to the 7th plus 9x squared. Okay, so this is in the standard form, whereas you can see the degree of the exponents up here, or the degree of each one of these monomials, I guess you could say, is in descending order. All right. So the degree, since this is the leading term, right, this would be the leading coefficient, and then this right here, of course, is the leading degree. Okay, so this is going to be 7 then. Looks like, so we can put a 7 in right here in the box, check our work, and it says correct. Let's go ahead and click the answer. It says 7. Alright, so a little bit on the definitions there when describing a polynomial. Alright. Okay, so we're over here, gotomath.com. Come on by, practice, and see you later. Okay, we're over here at gotomath.com. Come up, click the Algebra, and let's go down to adding and subtracting under polynomials. And we're going to be looking at 10.1. Okay. Simplify f and write in standard form. So we want to go ahead and simplify this and then write it in standard form. And I believe I'm going to need to write all that down. So we have 9x squared times 6 plus 2x to the 9th plus a 9x squared again, it looks like, and then 6 plus 2x to the 9th. Now, there's actually let's just get over to the whiteboard. Let me rewrite this down. So we have f is equal to 9x squared times 6 plus x to the 9th plus 9x squared times 6 plus 2x to the 9th power here. Okay, so we could actually distribute this across and then distribute the 9x squared across here, but that's kind of crazy to do that because we can actually rewrite all of this. Look here, this term here is exactly the same. These are both equal. Okay, and if both these terms are equal, what you could do is just add their coefficients. So we could actually rewrite this as 18x squared 6 plus x to the 9th. So I don't know if this was actually coincidence or what, but anyway. Now what you can do is go ahead and distribute the 18x squared across inside here. Distribute this, okay? So we have 16 times 8 is what? Is that 128? I've forgotten how to multiply. 108, not 128. Huh. 108. Yeah. Lost my train of thought there. Okay. So we have 108x squared plus, and then of course we're going to have 18x. Now remember, we just add these guys here together, so this becomes 18, not 18. Oh boy. 9, 10, 11. Add them. Not multiply, add them. Okay, so then what we're going to do is write this in standard form, and so we end up with 18x to the 11th plus 108x squared. Okay, and write in standard form. All right. 36x to the 11th. Where are we at? Okay. Don't believe that's correct. 9 and 9 is 18. Oh, you're kidding me. That's supposed to be a 2 there. 2x. Oh my God. Gotta watch out for these things, right? Let's actually do this. So you're probably going, hey, you're making a mistake, right? So 18 times 2 is 36. Wow, I should have seen that right there. Where are we at here? 36x to the 11th. Okay, we got it now. $36x to the 11th, then 108x squared. Right. 36x to the 11th, 1. Alright, well, I'm going to type this in just to make sure this is correct. 8. I'm a little rusty. It's been a few weeks since I've done any actually recordings, so. But as long as we catch our mistakes, that's what's important. Alright, so we got it. There it is. And got that straightened out. You can come on by GoToMath.com, check it out, practice. See you later. Hey, we're over here at GoToMath.com. Click on the Algebra. Let's go down to adding and subtracting. We're adding and subtracting some. Click on that. Simplify f, state the coefficient of the leading term. So we'll want to, we're going to want to simplify that. And that means that we're going to write it down first. 4x to the 5th, 10 plus 8x to the 7th plus 2x to the 5th, 10 plus 8x to the 7th. I don't know, I can't remember. We hadn't done any factoring yet, but I don't believe we have. Can't remember. We got 4x to the 5th power, right, times 10 plus 8x to the 7th, and I'll definitely be second checking this, considering I wrote it down wrong last time, and then 10 plus 8x to the 7th. Okay, so both of these are the same. 4x to the 5th, 2x. Okay, I know that's 2x to the 5th. 4x to the 5th and 2x to the 5th. Okay. Alright, so as you can see here, both of these terms are the same, okay, except, let's use a different color here, except their coefficients are different. Okay, their coefficients are different. But instead of distributing this across inside and doing the same thing over here, and what we can actually do is is we can just add these coefficients together and join this up as one big one there, or join these two together. Okay, so that's kind of like the same thing as saying, I'm going to do a little example right here. Let's do a different color. 5y to the 6 plus 7y to the 6. You notice these, both of these powers are the same, so you can just add their coefficients. Okay, same thing, except it's a little bit more complicated down here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 6x to the 5th, and then we have 10 plus 8x to the 7th. Alright, so that's a whole lot easier. Now what we can do is go ahead and distribute this across. So 6x to the 5th times 10 is 60 x to the 5th, and then 6x to the 5th times 8x to the 7th is 6 times 8 is 48. And remember, we're just adding the exponents. And you know what? I'm going to write it like this. I think I didn't do this last couple times. But you notice, so now, since these are multiplied together, we just add their exponents. Okay. And of course, we've got a section on that, I think. Or maybe we don't. Oh, I'm thinking of the rational numbers or something. 7, so what is that? 12. Okay. So let's write this in standard form now. And standard form means we're going to write the one with the largest exponent. 48x to the 12th plus 60x to the 5th. Now, this is the leading coefficient, and of course this is the degree of this polynomial. The degree is 12, and the leading coefficient is 48. And it's asking for, state the coefficient of the leading term, and that's going to be 48. Of course, I'm always holding my breath. Click answer. There you go. Okay, so that ends this section here. Hopefully you've got at least a basic understanding of how to add and subtract polynomials. And we are now going to just move right on down the line into the next section, which is multiplication. Alright, so come on by, check it out. See you later, alligator.